Hello, and welcome back to Austin Bergstrom International Airport. Today I'm flying in one of Delta's brand new Airbus A220s out to New York City. Walking in, it's immediately apparent just how busy the airport is this morning, with the security line stretching out well past the end of the queue. I was not able to get pre-check for this flight, so I had to wait through the regular security line, but fortunately, the line was moving rather quickly. TSA uses canine screening as a part of the security process for non-pre-check passengers here at ABIA, a practice not used in a lot of the United States. After getting through security, it's a quick and familiar walk out to Gate 8 in the new part of the concourse. I had a lot of time before my flight this morning, so I was able to sneak up to the airport viewing platform above the new terminal expansion. I love that this space was included in the expansion, as it allows for passengers to get a breath of fresh air while in the airport. Although I wish there were better signs pointing passengers in the right direction, as it's a little hard to find. Off to the left of the viewing platform is a Hawaiian Airlines A330-200, getting ready to head out on its 10 a.m. flight to Honolulu. I actually flew on this flight a few weeks before this, and it was incredible. Click the link in the top right or in the description below to see that trip report in the full Hawaii playlist. As I headed back downstairs, an announcement was made informing my flight that our gate had been changed to Gate 9. I don't quite understand why this happened, seeing as there was no aircraft at Gate 8, but it wasn't super inconvenient as Gate 9 was just across the walkway. The sun started to peek out right around this time and illuminated our aircraft, an almost brand new Airbus A220-300, in a beautiful pink and orange glow.
Let's go into Atlanta. We'll mandate the rest of those bags. We're just trying to preempt it a little bit, so I need about 30 people.
Boarding began shortly after the gate change, and it's time to walk down the jetway and meet our aircraft. One of the first things you notice when boarding on an A220 is the unconventional seating arrangement. A220s are configured in a 2x3 in the main cabin, which is super weird. I'm seated today in seat 15B, an aisle seat in Comfort Plus. Unfortunately, I was unable to get a window seat for this flight, but the aisle seat is only one seat from the window, which casts this incredible shine onto the seat back next to me. Delta's Comfort Plus cabin features 34 inches of pitch and 18 inches of width, which leaves me with plenty of space in front of my knees and allows me to stretch out. The tray table is clean and functional, and includes the standard cup holder indent. Each seat has the ability to recline and does so far enough to allow for a rather comfortable sleeping position. The seat back pocket includes the standard issue safety information card and barf bag. There are also lights, vents, and an attendant call button in the overhead panel. In addition, Delta provides outlets to all passengers, which is a nice addition. Delta offers in-flight Wi-Fi, free in-flight messaging, and in-seat entertainment, with a wide variety of TV, movies, and live channels, as well as an interactive informational program called Airshow, which I'll go into more detail on later. We pushed back right on time, and began taxiing out to runway 18 left for departure. As we taxi out for departure, let's take a look at some quick stats about the aircraft. Our aircraft for today is November 301 Delta Uniform, an Airbus A220-300 that was delivered to Delta in March of 2021, making it less than 4 months old at the time of filming. Each A220 is powered by two Pratt & Whitney PW1500G engines, producing a maximum thrust of 2,300 pounds each for a combined thrust of 46,600 pounds. The -300 model has a total length of 127 feet and a wingspan of 115 feet. Each A220-300 has a maximum range of 3,600 nautical miles and a cruising speed of 515 miles per hour, or Mach 0.78, at an altitude of 41,000 feet. After a quick taxi out to runway 18 left via Charlie 1, Golf 1, and Bravo, we lined up and began our 3-hour and 17-minute flight to New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. Despite being in the aisle seat, I was actually able to see out the window quite well, which is a nice bonus for this aircraft. As the aircraft leveled out, I turned my attention to the seat back in hopes to watch some entertainment to help pass the time. Unfortunately, the on-demand movies and TV were not working, and would not for the entire flight. Something weird that I noticed in the infotainment screen was that the aircraft shown on the flight details page was actually a Boeing 737-800, specifically November 3744 Foxtrot instead of our A220-300, which goes to show just how new this aircraft really is. The first snack on this flight was served about 30 minutes after takeoff. Delta offers a choice of pretzels and cookies as well as a selection of drinks. I opted for both snack options as well as a cup of coffee. It's time to take a look at the bathroom. Now, there is something rather peculiar about one of the bathrooms on this aircraft. As it turns out, the left rear lavatory has a window in it, which is really weird and cool. Looking around, the bathroom is really nice and actually has quite a lot of space for an aircraft. The sink works well and is very easy to use, and the soap smells nice and refreshing. The toilet paper, paper towels, and tissues were well stocked, and overall I have to say it was one of the cleanest and nicest aircraft bathrooms I've ever been in. Now to turn to the main feature of this bathroom, the window. It provides an amazing view of the ground below, and is awesome for people like me who are not seated at a window seat, but still want to take a look outside. While we're cruising over the US, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. Oh, and hit that bell icon while you're down there so you never miss another video. Thanks! The second snack came about an hour before arrival, and included the same selection of snacks and drinks as before. I would have appreciated some kind of change to the selection, but it was nice to see a second service on a shorter flight. Something really cool that I'd never seen before in the in-flight entertainment was the in-flight airshow program, which gave a ton of information about the aircraft and our flight. There were multiple options, and it was possible to see our pitch, roll, true airspeed, and heading, as well as a map of our flight. There was also an option to bring up a 3D rendering of the aircraft, which put all these pieces of information into labels on the aircraft. If you tapped through to the map, you could be put in a first-person view of the aircraft, with a heads-up display showing our airspeed, altitude, and heading, much like what is shown to the pilot of the aircraft, which is super cool. It's also possible to scroll around and see a full 360 of the map below, with labels on all major cities and landmarks. I really hope more airlines adopt this program because it's incredibly informative and provides an awesome addition to the flying experience. Soon after hitting Northeast airspace, we began our descent into New York and entered the pattern for arrival onto runway 22 left. After a taxi to our gate, we were allowed to deplane and enter New York's JFK Airport. JFK serves as one of the major East Coast hubs for international flights to and from the US. Just walking through the terminal, we were able to see aircraft from Singapore, El Al, and even Uzbekistan Airways. JFK's Terminal 4 serves as the international terminal, but also serves some of Delta's longer flights around the US. There's some cool art and architecture around the terminal, which brightens up the travel experience. The process of actually exiting the airport is rather weird, with this strange gate system that all passengers must walk through. Austin has a very similar system at their exits, but what makes JFK's just a little weirder is the announcement playing over the PA system, telling passengers how to properly use the exit. The Terminal 4 baggage claim hall is very open, with high ceilings and plenty of space to get around, exemplifying that Big Apple feel. There's also some interesting art around, which provides some nice things to look at while heading to the exit. And with that, I've made it to the exit and to the end of today's trip report. Next week we'll continue the LA series of videos with a ride on Amtrak's Pacific Surfliner in business class from Oceanside up to LA. If you want to be around when that video goes live, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss it. That's all I have for today. Thanks for flying with me, and I'll see you in the next one.